quick disclaimer or like warning or whatever the hell you want to call it. This is my list, okay? This is my opinion. Okay, this is what I think. So if you don't agree with it, drop it in the comments. Drop your favorites in the comments. Drop why you don't like my favorites in the comments. And by the way, the first 5 that I go over, they're kind of like swappable. Like the order of how they are can be changed around. But once I get to the top 5, I'm gonna lock in real good. So let's start with number 10, 404, New Era. Kiki really cooked with this entire album, I'm gonna be honest. And this shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. 404 was an amazing song. And this genre of music, I'm pretty sure like house music, right? It's pretty popular in the UK. Like I hear it on the radio all the fucking time. Back in the day, I used to listen to a lot of it, like Jack Jones, David Guetta, Tiesto, you know, people like that. I used to listen to their stuff all the time. So 404 being, you know, this kind of house music, you know, produced by London Noise, that was like amazing because it was like the house music I used to listen to all the time, and Kiki, who have been on a generational run since debut. Number 9, we've got Lost Island by Nypin. Personally, my favorite song on the album. I'm gonna be honest, it probably isn't the best in terms of like production quality. I think that would go to No Way Back. But Lost Island is my type of song. You know, it's got those like R&B vibes. It kind of feels like something that like OG and Hypen would release like back in the day. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just talking out my ass. I think it's a really good song though. Coming in at number 8, we've got Ice, VVS by P1 Harmony. For this one, all I have to do is say 2 names, and I'm probably gonna say the names wrong, so do forgive me. Intak and Kiho. The rap that they have at the beginning of the song is so addictive. It's so amazing. I actually love it so much. It's so cool. Speaking of cool, the music video or like visualizer, whatever they want to call it, it makes them look so cool. Like it's so simple, yet it's so effective. And I feel like with this album Unique, it made people talk about them a lot more than like their previous projects. Like I remember I found them when they released X, and I was like, yeah, this is okay. You know, I see this group going places. You know, like they just have to change up a little bit, and I'm sure they can make some really fire stuff. And then they dropped Unique. They dropped that whole EP, and it was amazing. But Ice definitely takes it for me. It's definitely the best song on the EP. And let's move on to number 7, Moya. Probably said that right? But anyways, I'm a sucker for this album. This is by far like an easy like top 3 album of the year for me, probably first. But something like Moya, it kind of like gives me the vibe of something that could have been released like 10 years ago by like prime Justin Bieber or something, you know what I'm saying? It's like got this really like romantic, like happy, positive vibe, and I'm a huge sucker for those kinds of songs. Also the like pixely like instrumental that they've got going on, I think that's really cool. Number 6, we've got Delulu, the second song from Kiki, and I think the best song on this album, I'm gonna be honest. You know, it's slightly better than 404, and it's definitely a top 10 song for me. Like the post-chorus that they have for this song, like the whole work for it bit, that's really addictive. I really like it. Also, Kiki, like I said, they've been on a generational run since debut. I'm surprised that more people don't talk about them. Like ever since I Do Me, you know, Dancing Alone, Uncut Gem, with songs like, what, Groundwork? Like, come on, they've been on an amazing run. Anyways, here we are, top 5. This is where we lock in. And this is where you're gonna lock in and subscribe because that helps. So please do that. And let's get into it. Coming in at number 5, Lost in Proof by Heart of Woman. I just want to say that this group is amazing, okay? Like this entire album that they decided to debut with is giving such like second gen like G-Friend vibes. Like it's really like really good stuff. And to be this confident and drop an entire album with like 11 tracks on it to debut, that shows how much they believe in their talent. And I guess another fun fact, they debuted with no minors. I think the youngest member's 19s. So that's also nice. But then again, people said that with All Day Project. I remember that being a big thing when they dropped Famous. They're like, everyone's over 18, you know, they're serious, they know what they're doing. So hopefully Heart of Woman goes places. But with Lost in Proof, it's got an amazing instrumental. How it starts in with, I don't know what the hell this sound is, but it sounds amazing. And then once the vocals kick in, you get that little guitar melody. I really fuck with it. And then the chorus kicks in, and that is so addictive. It's so beautiful. There's something about it which just makes it sit so nicely in my head. And the bridge as well near the end of the song is so good. Number 4, Red Red by Cortis. This is another one which shouldn't be a surprise. I mean, this was a huge song. Everybody knows Red Red at the very least. Like, this is one of those songs where I was 2 seconds in and I was like, this is going to be one of my favorite songs of the year. Like, I knew from the beginning. Another thing, it's really popular with like other idols all doing the dance. I mean, hell, I even saw Nick Jonas just doing the dance for Red Red. You know, also there are parts in the choreo where, like, you know how they move from like place to place as they're doing the dance. It looks so cool, man. Like, I've been saying this about Cortis's choreography. It's so clean. Like, with fashion, it just looks so clean. As for the song, it's just constant hype. It's like they're injecting dopamine straight into my brain. It's so nice. Like, it just doesn't get boring for me. Like, I could listen to it like 5 times a day and I won't be bored of it. Number 3 is Switchblade by aespa and Ty Dolla $ign. That song is so amazing. Dare I say it's better than Lemonade. I genuinely think it's the best song on the album. Like, we haven't gotten many like big Western like features on songs. I know Anderson .Paak had this whole K-popers thing. That was pretty cool, but like something like this where it's just like a song on an album, nothing too big, nothing too like large scale. We haven't had much of that. And aespa really took it home with the Becky G feature on Lemonade, which went fucking amazing, by the way. Becky G genuinely could debut as the 5th member of aespa, and I don't think anyone would bat an eye. She fits the concept so amazingly. And I remember when A Whole Different Animal came out as a pre-release, everyone was like, oh, G-Dragon ruined the song. Damn nabbit, why would they invite him on the song? Then this came out and I was like, you know what, who even cares? Ty Dolla $ign actually went crazy on this song. He fits it so well, especially in like the chorus parts where he's like faking the deep voice or whatever. I think that kind of fits pretty well. And of course it's got a really good instrumental. It's aespa. I wasn't really worried about that. Also, we might be getting a music video for the song, which is pretty cool. There was a clip of Ty Dolla $ign in Korea, and can I just say the comments on this are so stupid. Like, everyone's like, oh, come on, why isn't he giving us a little aegyo? Why does he look so miserable? Motherfucker, he just hopped off of a 13-hour flight. I'd be miserable too. Like, I'm sure giving aegyo and looking happy for the cameras is the last thing on his mind. Like, he probably just wants to go sleep or something after a 13-hour flight. In number 2, second place, we've got Bang Bang by IVE. For this one again, all I have to do is say 2 words. Ray and Gaul. They went crazy on the rap again. It's so good. Like, I know they always do this. Like, it's always them two on the raps, like complimenting each other and stuff. But this one was different. This one, I don't know, it stuck with me a lot more. And the instrumental is so like crazy. Like, there's so much happening in the instrumental, but it doesn't feel like there's too much happening. Like, it doesn't feel like overloaded, if that makes sense. Like, there's so much happening, but it's like the perfect level of so much. And the way it changes from the first chorus to the second chorus is such a subtle and like almost meaningless detail. But when you're listening to the song, it does kind of hit you in like a subliminal kind of way. Also, I think Revive Plus might be my favorite album of the entire year. I think it's the only album this year where I've genuinely listened from start to finish without skipping a single song. And this is probably a good time to get into the honorable mentions, because I was thinking about putting some of the other songs from the album there. Like, Hush was a pretty good contender. Force, which is Eugen's solo, that was a big contender. Super Icy, which is Liso's solo, that was a good contender. Hot Coffee, that's another one. Firework, that was definitely going to be like top 5 for me. But I thought I'd just leave it in the honorable mentions because this entire album is so good. Like, genuinely, I could have easily put like half of the songs from this album on the list and I would have been fine with it. The next honorable mention, Rude. It's super popular. It's a good song, but it's just not my kind of song, you know, I think that one's just up to taste. Like, it is a good song, but it's just not my kind of song, you know. Next up, we've got Stick With You by TXT. This entire album, you know, So What, Take Me to Nirvana, like, those are some really good songs. I mean, Stick With You is an amazing title track. I don't understand how it's not getting the recognition that it deserves, but genuinely, Stick With You and that entire like album, amazing. I was thinking about putting So What on this list because it's probably my favorite song from the album, but I just couldn't figure out where to put it, so it's in the honorable mentions. Next, Heavy Serenade. Again, another amazingly underrated album. I mean, all of the songs here are pretty much great. You know, Loud is probably my favorite song. Maybe Heavy Serenade. It's kind of close between those two. Crescendo's pretty good as well. It was a pretty good pre-release. And it's another one of those albums where it's just completely overlooked by people, just like TXT's album. Okay, next up we've got Mchika, which I really wish they named it something else. You know, maybe Not Typical, or like, yeah, Not Typical would have been a pretty fire name. But I guess naming it something like Mchika shows that they're not typical. Maybe, but it's a good song nevertheless, you know. You've got the rap at the beginning of that guy going insanely fast on the beat. We've got like the pre-chorus and the way it transitions into the chorus with that bring that beat back bit. That's so good. Adrenaline by ATEEZ. Another one which was probably going to be here, but I just didn't know what to put it. It's one of those songs where I listen to it basically all the time and I just don't get bored of it. Like, it's always in my playlist. It's always like one of those songs which I add to my queue and I just don't get bored of it. Lemonade. And I'm not talking about the song, I'm talking about the entire album. Except for Roll, I don't think there was a song which I didn't like on this album. Like with Roll, we need to stop sampling like nursery rhymes. Like what was that one? Itsy Bitsy Spider or something? Like that's stupid as hell, okay? We can't go from, you know, I'll make it lemonade to fucking, you know, to whatever Roll was supposed to be. So some of my favorite songs on the album. Camouflage is pretty good. Bite is also pretty good, but Switchblade definitely takes it for me. Myung Yang. I'm gonna assume I said that right, but another Kiki song. When the Delulu pack came out, this was my song. This was the song I had on repeat. You know, this and like Delulu were both like completely on repeat for me. I think it's the instrumental that really got it for me. Like the intro for the song, it's just so calm, so relaxing. Last up, we've got FaceTime by Longshot. I'm a sucker for Longshot's music, I can't lie. Ever since they debuted, I've been on Longshot like a freaking leech to a human leg. That doesn't make sense, does it? But Longshot's music is amazing, and I honestly can't get enough of it. Like, I've seen people debating Longshot or Cortis, like, to say, like, who's better, and I think that's a stupid argument. Like, they both have their own distinct tastes, and I feel like I could go deeper into this, make an entire video on it, but what I'm gonna say for now, Longshot could be Cortis, and Cortis could not be Longshot. I'm gonna have that take. I'm gonna have that take. But coming in for our number one spot, my favorite song of the year so far, by the way, so far, it's halfway through the year, okay, so far, my favorite song of the year. Can we get a drum roll, please? My favorite song of the year goes to Swim by BTS. Swim by, why are you guys looking at me like that? Fine, I'm kidding. But can I just say, Swim's probably gonna win a bunch of awards, right? Just because it's BTS coming back after 3 years. Can we all agree? Okay, actually in number one, we've got Run It Up by J Park and Longshot. I was glazing Longshot like a minute ago, and this is why. I mean, this entire For Showville album was amazing. Like I said before in the beginning of the video, it's one of my favorites. It's probably second to Revive Plus. Like, I have listened to Run It Up multiple times in a day and I just don't get bored of it. It's just so addictive. Like, the first thing that really got me into the song was J Park's verse. I'm pretty sure it's the second verse of the song, where he's like, you got them sales but no principles, your pocket's full but your soul is invisible. Like, he does this so much. He takes shots at the industry. And it's so amazing to see. It's so refreshing to see someone just saying something about how shit the industry is nowadays. Even in Yeah, they do the same thing. Middle finger up like it's F the industry. Like, it's like they're trying to like separate themselves from like the traditional like K-pop like manufactured stuff, which we can see later on in some of the lyrics. Like the first verse where Ryul, I'm gonna assume that's how you say his name, his verse goes insanely hard as well and has a pretty similar sentiment. I've been inspired. What I do isn't plagiarism. I did what I had to do without selling my soul. You know, this is like, you know, a recurring theme. Like you guys have no soul making this like slop, like manufactured music. We're completely different to you guys. It's almost like they have a certain company in mind. not naming names because I don't want to put names in their mouths. If it was me making the song, I'd be pointing at Hybe. And what a coincidence, Jay Park has a line where he mentions Hybe by name. I couldn't believe this one either. I'm gonna take you on a flight in a new tee, new shoes, new jeans, minus Hybe. He just did that. Like, why aren't people talking about this? Back to Real's verse, we've got, you can't even confidently say you're into hip hop, yet you're still acting tough. Copycats stop flooding the industry. I mean, copycats stop flooding the industry. That could mean a bunch of things. That could be talking about how, you know, most of these big companies chase the same sort of sounds and just copy off of each other. It could also be about how big groups copy black artists and their music. And it just seems like this entire song is less for Longshot fans and more like looking back at the K-pop industry and being like, yeah, this is wrong, and this is wrong. You know, like pointing out the flaws in the K-pop industry and talking about how people only use hip-hop for like money and don't really use it because they have a passion for it like these guys do. But that is the list. That's the entire list. That's the top 10 with a lot of honorable mentions because this year's been pretty good for music. Not so good for keeping people in groups. I mean, Hybe has lost a member of a group every single month this year. So, you know, it's been rough, but the music's still kind of good. And yeah, that's about it. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.